Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start this lesson off by giving all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakudash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Honors to all the brothers who are still fervently pushing the word in sincerity and in faith. Shalom to all the sincere believers. Now, this lesson is going to be based on this fire that broke out in Hong Kong that resulted in 4 people being injured. So I'm going to read this short description, get some precepts, and the Lord's will, you're edified. It says at least 4 people were injured after a large fire broke out on a high-rise building in Hong Kong's central business district, according to a statement released by Hong Kong's regional government on Saturday. Yep, so more judgment by fire from the Lord. Ecclesiasticus 39:28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. And when you look up the definition of the word appease, it means to satisfy. So the Lord's spirits that are created for vengeance are used to satisfy his wrath, to satisfy his anger. Because like it says in Psalm 7:11, Yahweh judgeth the righteous, and Yahweh is angry with the wicked every day. So the Lord is angry with these wicked people every day, these wicked men, these wicked women, these wicked children. And he uses his spirits of vengeance to execute judgment upon these wicked people, to satisfy his wrath. Verse 29, fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. So fires are one of the Lord's spirits of vengeance. So every time you every time you hear about a fire, whether it's a wildfire, a brush fire, a fire at a high-rise building, an electrical fire, a fire that's caused by an e-bike or an e-scooter, a car catches on fire, any type of fire, that's one of the Lord's spirits of vengeance. And that spirit of vengeance was used to either cause destruction, to wound, or to kill people. And in some cases, all 3. That is the vengeance of the Heavenly Father being put on display. That is his anger being shown. Deuteronomy 32:39. See now that I, even I am he, and there is no power with me. I kill, and I make alive. I wound, and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. And through his spirits that are created for vengeance, the Heavenly Father has and will continue to wound and kill these wicked people with whom he is angry with. And there is nothing that anybody can do to deliver those who are slated to be judged by the Lord out of the hand of the Lord. Luke 21:22. For these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled. And that's what we're witnessing in these last days. The things written in these scriptures are coming to pass. The fires, the storms, the tempests, the earthquakes, the love of many waxing cold, the division amongst the people, the Lord's spirits that are created for vengeance being used to satisfy his wrath by them executing his judgments upon wicked people. The wars and the rumors of wars. All of these things written in the scriptures are coming to pass. Like it says in 2 Ezra 8:50, for many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. And that's why there's so much judgment taking place. These are the many great miseries from the Lord being brought upon these wicked people. Like it says in Isaiah 48:22, there is no peace, saith the Lord Yahweh, unto the wicked. So even though in some cases it may look like wicked people are still prospering, the judgments of the Lord are stacking up against these people. These people that are constantly losing their homes, losing their jobs, losing their loved ones. Judgment is constantly falling upon them. Like it says in Hebrews 10:31, it is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. And every day the Lord shows examples of that. Wicked people being wounded and killed in so many different ways. And all of these judgments and the increase in these judgments happening is a sign that we are living in the last days. Second Timothy 3:1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. And that's right. When you look up the definition of perilous, it means full of danger or risk. And with all the judgments happening, the famines, the pestilences, the power outages, the fires, the storms, the tempests, the earthquakes, the volcanoes erupting, the violence increasing, it's safe to say that we are in some dangerous times. But see, those of us of the hopeful elect who are being fervent and diligent in serving the Lord to the best of our ability, we have the Lord's hedge of protection over us. So we're not necessarily concerned with the things that are happening. Because as long as we're moving righteously in the eyes of the Lord, he's going to keep his angels encamped around about us. And he's going to keep his hedge of protection over us. Which is something that these wicked people who are daily angering the Lord and provoking him unto wrath don't have. We also have the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of these scriptures that keeps us comforted and stable in these times. Like it says in Isaiah 33:6, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord Yahweh is his treasure. That's what those of us of the hopeful elect have. We have the fear of the Lord Yahweh. And we have the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of these scriptures to keep us stable. Because the scriptures let us know what's going to be taking place in these last days. And we're seeing those very events taking place. See, we're not caught off guard because we already know what to expect. So as things intensify, those of us of the hopeful elect will be like, yep, the scriptures spoke of that. The Lord basically gave us an advantage over these wicked people by opening our minds and our eyes to know what's happening and to be able to see it playing out. Like it says in Proverbs 22:3, a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. Those of us of the hopeful elect, we are the prudent, we are the wise through the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. We're able to foresee the evil. We're able to foresee what's about to happen according to the scriptures and hide ourselves under the hedge of protection of the Lord. But these wicked people, these simple-minded people, they just pass on and get punished. They don't heed the warnings of the men of the Lord, who are daily warning them out there on the highways and hedges and through these videos. The men of the Lord are constantly warning people of the wrath of the Lord that's about to be unleashed upon this earth. But instead of people paying attention, and in taking those warnings seriously, these people, they want to scoff and scorn at the men of the Lord, say that the men of the Lord are crazy, even make threats against the men of the Lord. And that is not going to end well for these people. But there's nothing that we can do to save these people. There's nothing we can do to help these people. If the Lord has slated them for destruction, then that's just what it is. We have to make sure that we're just staying locked into this truth. Just focus on doing righteousness in the eyes of the Lord every day. Staying prayed up, staying circumspect, staying locked in hopes that the Lord has slated us from the foundation of the world to endure unto the end and be saved, not destroyed along with these wicked people. Because best believe, great destruction is coming. And anybody with eyes to see can see the judgments of the Lord intensifying upon the earth. And you don't want to get caught up in that. Or you shouldn't want to get caught up in that anyway. So for all you sincere brothers and sisters out there, stay locked in and stay circumspect, because the judgments of the Lord are going to continue to pop off all over the world, all day, every day. And more of these wicked people are going to get taken out because they have to reap what they have sown for angering the Lord and provoking him unto wrath. So with that, I'm going to wrap it up here. In closing, I want to give all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakudash. The water Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, for putting the spirit on me to do this lesson. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone. Honors to all the brothers who are still fervently pushing the word in sincerity and in faith. Shalom to all the sincere believers. I hope you all stay strong, stay safe, stay fervent, stay circumspect, stay prayed up, and Adawan Ratazah. Until next time, Shalom.